the next Social Security raise may hit a 40-year record, but will it be enough? The consumer prices have soared in June and July at an annual rate of 5.4%, which is the highest it's been since 2008. The steeper prices for gas, food, cars, and countless other things are squeezing the Americans, especially the older ones who are on a fixed and often modest income. But there's a bright side to this. The spike in inflation could provide seniors next year with their biggest Social Security boost in almost 40 years. In fact, the advocates just raised their prediction for how large the 2022 cost of living adjustment or COLA is likely to be. Meanwhile, the members of Congress have proposed changes in the way that the COLA is calculated, and they don't calculate it right anyway because there's 12 months in a season, or like a year. There's like 12 months in a year, and then they only calculate the COLA for like 4 months out of the 12. That's not how they should do it. They should do it for all 12. Meanwhile, members of Congress, like I said, they have proposed the changes in the way the COLA is calculated, which could result in an even bigger benefit checks for the 55 million retirees, their dependents, and any survivors. Seniors are now scrambling to find ways to save money as inflation takes its toll, but will the next Social Security increase be enough for them? Based on how inflation ran in 2020, Social Security's cost of living adjustment for that particular year which began affecting payments in January was a 1.3% boost, and it should have been higher than that. It boosted benefit checks by nearly $20, according to an estimate from the advocacy group of the Senior Citizens League. And this year's price hikes have gobbled up that increase anyway. Following the release of the government's July inflation data on Wednesday, the league projected that the Social Security benefits could be boosted in 2022 by 6%, which is up from the group's previous 6.2%, which is up from the group's previous forecast of a 6.1% COLA for next year. If the advocates are right, Social Security checks would see their biggest increase since 1983, when there was a 7.4% increase in the Social Security checks then. The Social Security Administration will announce the 2022 COLA this fall. A generous increase could be bittersweet. Mary Johnson, the Social Security and Medicaid policy analyst at the Senior Citizens League, says that some Social Security recipients could see cuts in other benefits because of their larger checks. Higher income could lead to trims in food stamps, rental assistance, or the Medicare extra help, which covers most prescription drug costs, Johnson tells MoneyWise. But we're also going to rethink the COLA calculation. Advocates have been arguing for years that Social Security's COLA shortchange seniors because they don't accurately reflect the prices that the older people pay, which that's also true. The legislation that would alter the way that the races are calculated has been reintroduced in the U.S. House of Representatives. The Fair COLA for Seniors Act of 2021 would base the annual adjustment on a consumer price index for the elderly. It would reflect the cost of items typically purchased by people that are ages 62 and older, and it could result in higher Social Security payments. Using a COLA that actually reflects how retirees spend their money, especially in healthcare, is a fucking no-brainer, and it would increase benefits and make the Social Security work better for people it serves, said the California Democratic Congressman John Garamendi, the bill sponsor, in a news release. But research for the Senior Citizens League shows that focusing on the prices actually paid by the elderly would have led to a larger COLA every year since 2016. The retirees say that COVID has increased their financial pressures, but in a new survey from the Senior Citizens League, over a third of seniors, 34%, said they've used up their emergency savings since March of 2020. About 1 in 5, which is 19%, report drawing down their retirement savings more than usual. The same percentage said that they have visited a food pantry or applied for food stamps since this whole pandemic began. The Senior Citizens League is calling on the Social Security Administration to take 3 big steps to better meet the increasing financial challenges that are being faced by the elderly. One is provide a one-time modest boost to all retirees to help increase the buying power of their Social Security benefits. 2, tie the annual inflation adjustment to a consumer price index that more accurately reflects the buying patterns of retired and disabled households, and in which tend to devote a bigger portion of their income to housing and medical expenses. The Fair COLA for Seniors Act would appear to do this. And number 3, provide a guaranteed minimum of and provide a guaranteed minimum COLA of no less than 3%. This would be especially important in years when there is deflation and the COLA drops below zero, as it has done 3 times in the past, Johnson says. But the Federal Reserve has said repeatedly that it expects inflation to be transitory. But while prices are still surging, there are several things all Americans, including seniors, can do to mitigate the budget battering effects of inflation. If you're still making payments on your mortgage, it's a good time to refinance and slash your monthly payment. The 30-year mortgage rates are holding on below 3%, and the recent end of a pesky refinancing fee has made the process an even better deal. And to protect yourself from skyrocketing healthcare costs, look for a better deal on health insurance. Use a website that basically allows you to compare plans from hundreds of insurers to see if there's an option that provides the coverage you need, but with lower premiums and out-of-pocket costs. When you shop online, take advantage of every bargain and don't overpay. Download a handy browser extension that hunts for lower prices and instantly provides the promo codes websites ask for during checkout. Investing can help ward off the effects of rising costs, but it's important to hedge your bets by diversifying and spreading your money around. A popular app lets you invest in a diversified portfolio using little more than a spare change from your everyday purchases. But yep. So if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RVW King, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.